Hello everyone. Hope all is well with you and your family. And I am so glad to be among you again in this session. And we will continue the concept of planning and business plan and marketing plan. And also we will start the new concept about the consumer behavior. Um, I hope all of you already chose your group, and I'm waiting for your names in groups, and I want to know about the every group which students are there, and also I will be waiting for your emails about which concept you have chosen to do your project. And at the moment, I want to start this session. I hope other friends also will join us. Last week, we explained about something about the Boston matrix and how we can classify our products in some area and in terms of market share and market growth. And so this is also, I have something to show about this one. And for example, another shape for this matrix is the dogs, cash cows, stars, and question marks. And also this one, another example for this concept, when the market share and high market share and high market growth, about low market share and high market growth, and low market share and low market growth, and the last one, high market share and low market growth. So what shall we do in these situations? There are some recommendation, and in some books the place of this one different. It is important follow the arrows. For example, here high is the in the right side, and also high market share and high. In every reference, you should notice at the arrows and the direction, and find which area is high, for example, market growth, and which area is market share. And yes, last week we had some examples. Just I wanted to remind you this concept again, and don't want to explain more about this one. And we explained about what is difference between these kind of products. Every company we should put its products inside of this one. This matrix is independent of the competitors first. First, you should put your product and compare your products inside of this matrix, and this is a business tool for comparing your products. Sometimes you need which product is need more investment and which product no need more investment, and also after putting your product inside of this matrix, you can find what shall you do about your products in the future. And for example, about the profitable growth, and there was another matrix, and there was sorry, this one. Okay, some microphone, I think. Okay. Okay, please switch off your microphones, please. Thank you so much. And okay. Today, first of all, I want to explain about the marketing plan. And already I told you we have in some levels of a company. Sometimes we provide a plan for the all corporate and all business, and also some divisions and maybe business units. And sometimes the focus on the product, and for marketing plan as usual is related to product, and every product can have its marketing plan. For example, if you produce some home appliance and also electronic tools for every, for example, for TV, for your TV, Samsung company, for example, needs a marketing plan for its TV and also for its laptops or its smartphone. And any model of a smartphone or TV sometimes needs its marketing plan. And and according to its specifications and its competitors' situation. So marketing plan should be comprehensive, written a statement of what is expected from each business unit in the future, and usually prepared annually, include both historical information and recommendation on how to improve performance, and also combine the strategies with timetable for action. When you want to evaluate a marketing plan, should concentrate on this one: is the plan simple, specific, realistic, and is the plan complete? And as usual, there are some important parts for a marketing plan. Executive summary, and this is the brief explain about the product and the latest situation, and what and anything what will be done in this marketing plan, and the brief explanation about the marketing plan and current marketing situation. The first part is first of all, you should know what is at the moment, what is the current status or current situation marketing about this product, and threats and opportunity analysis. Second one is about the what are the threats and opportunity, and also in this case you can evaluate your strengths and also your weaknesses. And what is the objective and issues market? What is after defining and determine the objectives? You should after set objectives, you should go to marketing strategy and action programs. It is accomplish or perform your plan, and you need budgets, and you should determine the budgets for your action programs. And the last thing and very important thing is controlled. Every step should be controlled and evaluated in the marketing plan. You will prepare a report named marketing plan. A marketing manager or a marketing expert should prepare a marketing plan for each product, and in this important parts, and as usual. And there are many different classification for marketing plan. In the references, you should be careful about what you can choose some of them. And what is the benefits of building a marketing plan? When you prepare a marketing plan, the higher rank, the managers can find and identify the opportunities for the new product, for example, and leveraging core capabilities. This means every company has some capabilities and resources, and you can expand and improve your capabilities. And also you can find the focused marketing strategy, and also resource allocation is very important. When you want to know how to reach your goal, you can allocate all resources to this way, and because every company has different capabilities and resources. When you know what is your goal, you can allocate better and more effective your resources to in order to achieve your goal and get your objective. And something is important in the marketing plan: creativity and versus structure, formal vs informal market planning process, and internal vs versus external motivation. What are these concepts? Anybody can explain for me? It means the same time. It is correct. We use versus in this slide. We can see versus. The same time, when you follow the structure, also you should focus on creativity and more creative, and also something informal and formal. Both are important, and also internal and external motivation. It means about your views and how you can see in your marketing plan, and how you predict some important factors in your marketing plan. The process of building a marketing plan: situation analysis first. What is at the moment your current status, and in which step your product and your company is at the moment. And after that, SWOT analysis. Already I explained about this one: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat analysis, and a strategic marketing plan. Marketing mix strategy. Marketing mix already. What about these two? Marketing mix, already I told you what is marketing strategy. Marketing mix strategy: in every area of marketing mix, product, place, promotion, and place, you need choose the best strategies. And marketing mix, I want to remind you this one. Maybe some of you need again have a look at this marketing mix. Yes, very good. Thank you, Ms. Oria. 4 Ps. And you should be careful about these 4 Ps. And these 4 Ps all the time are the best tools for you. And you need to think about everyone and their details and their parts in every area. You can choose some strategies related to these areas. For example, sometimes about price, your strategy is cutting price. Sometimes you will give your customers discounts and some sale, and also something strategies, because for example in a smartphone competition, you need sometimes a strategy, the better quality and better design, add some features. And in the place, sometimes you need to change the distribution channel, your representative offices and your shops and your branches in some other cities, other countries, and place. And also promotion means the most important thing is promotion, advertising and personal selling. Public relations and also sales promotion is related to promotion. In every area you can choose many strategies. And okay. So Mr. Navid says we already told you 4 Ps change to 7 Ps, 8 Ps, and at the moment in addition to these 4 Ps, we have, for example, people, processes, and programs, and performance, and many things added to these 7 Ps. Yes, already I told you this one. But the main piece, the fundamental of the piece and marketing mix is these 4 Ps, and you add something to your view as a manager, as a marketing manager. The main piece, theoretically, these 4 Ps is a very good classification of the 4 area to do activity. And yes, we can other Ps also. But marketing mix, basically is including these 4 Ps. Thank you so much for your remarks and the comment, Mr. Navid. But I told you, 7 Ps or 8 Ps means you should be you should think in the wider area and think big. And about the which factors are influencing your strategies and your goals and objectives. Thank you so much. And so in this case, I will show you again, yes, 7 P's or 9 P's or 8 P's and many P's. And the most important thing is people. But it doesn't mean people is different from these 4 P. People and customers, and people including customers, your employees, your partners, your shareholders, and all is including this diagram. And so, okay. Hopefully my explanation is enough, Mr. Navid. Okay. After this one, you will have adjust marketing plan. Sometimes in every step, sometimes you adjust and correct or amend your marketing plan as necessary. Sometimes you need in the last part is adjust marketing. Sorry, in this slide maybe not good. Okay. In this. Okay, I show you because something changed in this software. After marketing mix, if you follow the arrows, you will have the most important thing is the budget. How you can allocate your budget to this plan, and the marketing perform plan. You should have a plan for performance and performing and accomplishing this plan. And finally, you will have performance evaluation. If you evaluate and monitoring every step of your marketing plan, you can adjust something in the every steps, and finally, you will adjust this marketing plan. It is some important steps to doing a marketing plan. And so, also we have some details about what is a situation analysis. For example, how you can analyze the current situation. Okay, it is something you need to know in the situation analysis. For example, what is at the moment market demand? What is the size of market? How many people are there in your target market? And what about the growth, the number of customers in the market? And what is the potential environment at the moment? Which kind of atmosphere you can see in the market and in terms of demand? Okay, and you should also analyze your customer. For example, what are and where are end users, consumers, and also sometimes you need what about the intermediaries? Intermediaries, already I told you, like middleman. Intermediaries are companies or individuals between the end user and distributor and dealer. There are in the many countries at the moment, there are many middlemen, intermediaries between the distributor and consumer, and also producer and seller and buyer. In the another definition for this one. End users mean, Miss Oria asked me what is end user. End user is the consumer, the person who finally uses your product. Already I told you there is a difference between consumer and customer. Customer can be also a company, on a dealer, or also intermediary. Sometimes your customer is not end user and consumer. Did you get what I mean? For example, intermediaries is the kind of customer. They buy from you, but they don't use by themselves, and they sell your product to other consumers. And also non-consumers mean the customers are not okay. All of you, can you hear me? I think some students tell me they cannot. Okay. Maybe please inform them, Mr. Muhammad Aziz checked his voice. and he's a speaker, because at the moment I think you can hear me. Okay. Okay. Miss Oria, did you get what I mean about the end user? End user means the person who finally use and consumes your product. End user. Already I told you there is difference between consumer and customer. Okay. All of you, did you get what I mean about by intermediaries? Intermediaries. Intermediaries, it means those individuals or companies or firms which are not the end users, and they don't use or consume your product, or they don't use your services, and just they buy from you and sell to others. Okay, intermediaries. Okay, thank you, Mr. Nurzai. Very please, all. Okay. I want to ask you all, please write your comments to everyone. In this case, all persons can see your question and can follow better the concept and subject during the session. Okay, very good suggestion. And again, I ask all students, please write your comments and your questions to everyone. Thank you so much. Another thing about this analysis, it is a competitor analysis. You need all the time analyze your competitors and what they do at the moment, about their resources and capabilities, and also you can find their strengths and also weaknesses and their opportunities and threats also. You need all the time, you should monitor your competitors, and you cannot neglect and you cannot forget your competitors. If you don't know what your competitors do, you cannot compete with them. You should know. Sometimes some company use some people and send them to competitors, and because they want to monitor what they do about their customers, and it is another way to evaluate your competitor. And you should know also about their structure and about the gap analysis. What does it mean, gap analysis? It is it can have many meanings. You should know about their gaps, and sometimes you need to determine the gap between yourself and your competitors in any area. And you should know what is difference between you and your competitor, and also your competitors' problems, and comparing competitors to each other. For example, you have competitor A and B. Also, you should compare both, and something like this. And okay, Mr. Navi, thank you so much writing to everyone. All of you know the Mr. Navi. This is like Motorola company sending its staff to Japan and learn about their business and succeed them. Very good example. Thank you so much. And it is one way to evaluate your competitor. Another thing is competitive position. What is the competitive position? It means you know what is your market share. What is market share? How many percent of the special or particular product bought from you, your company. For example, suppose you are providing the insurance services about the car in your city. In your city, there are many insurance company as your competitors. And how many insurance services bought from you comparing your competitors? For example, all people have car in a city, and they must have an insurance company for their car. And how many people are buying from you? How many people are buying from your competitor? And overall, how many percent of the customers in your target market is using your services? For example, yearly, in a year. It means that your market share. Okay, did you get what I mean? For example, your company has contract with 20% of customers of the insurance service in your city. Or for example, yearly in the Badakhshan, the people buy 20,000 TV, for example. I'm not sure about the numbers, and for example, in a country or, for example, a state, and the people buy 10,000 TV from your company. It means your market share is, anybody says, tell me the market share is how many percent? If totally 20,000, the TV is bought, 20,000 TV are bought in the buying by all customers. And how many you sell 10,000 TV out of 20,000? It means your market share is 50%. Okay. I will tell you about the market share and also market leader next, and okay. The two most important things is what is your price, what is your quality, and what the cost and value. Which cost a customer, and when you want to delivering value, creating value, which cost is related to this value, and you should analyze all things in this area. And there are some criteria for evaluating your performance. How you can performance in the last step yourself. How you can evaluate your performance. There are three important things. Sometimes your sales statistics is a good criteria for evaluating your performance. There is good index. It is a good index sales. Sometimes the good index is evaluate customer satisfaction. Okay, and also another thing is margin or profit. Anybody can say the revenue and sales is different from margin or profit. What is the customer satisfaction? These three areas is a good for evaluating yourself and evaluating your performance, and how you can assess or appraise your activities. For example, a company says, because my goal was selling more than $1 million this year. At the moment, because I sold $1 million, more $1 million, my performance was good. Some companies believe the important metrics or index is customer satisfaction. What is the customer satisfaction? If the level of satisfaction of my customers is high, but my sales or revenues is not so much, but the customer satisfaction is my main objective. Because in long term, I believe the customer satisfaction will bring for me a high profit. If your objective and goal is customer satisfaction, it is good for you if you will have a high level of customer satisfaction. Sometimes sales is not important, and revenue, margin or profit is important. Many companies is looking for this part, margin or profit. If I have, for example, if I buy $1 million, but my profit is just $50,000, and a company maybe sells 200,000, but its profit is more than 90,000. It means the profit is important for very companies, and also sorry, some still okay. And some companies, they consider all together sales, customer satisfaction, and margin or profit. And they consider all together and define some indexes and some. Okay, sorry. Okay, thank you, Mr. Navid. Thank you so much about the indicator, key performance indicators, and okay, thank you so much. It is a very good remark and comment by Mr. Navid. Thank you so much. In this area, we can use the KPI and the key performance indicators. Thank you so much. It means another definition for performance metric. Thank you so much. And so it is there is three important area and three important criteria for evaluating your performance. Okay, any comment or any remarks so far about this? Okay. I will remind you again, we changed the time because of the Ramadan month and because of this month and because many students like to in the Azan time like to have also breaking the fasting, and because of that we changed the time earlier. Maybe some students they don't know this new timetable, and please inform your friends about the new time of class. Okay, Ms. Oria, already I told you gap analysis means, gap analysis is used, these words for also research and any evaluating and monitoring projects. You should analyze the current gaps. Sometimes there is a gap between you and your dreams and your company and your mission and vision. Sometimes in the competitor analysis means you should find the gaps between you and competitors in each area, and you should evaluate what are the gaps between the also competitors. And it means the gap analysis also in some research you can see this two words, gap analysis. It means sometimes you do research because there is a gap between in the real world and in the theoretical world. In many areas you can use the gap analysis. Also for the competitor analysis, you can use this way and find the gaps and how you can find your gaps between you and the competition atmosphere, and also what are the gaps between competitors' mission and vision and their current situation. Gap somehow means a shortage and the lack of something. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Miss Oria and Mr. Navid. For example, if the competitors miss an opportunity, that is a gap in the market that can be filled by your company. Very good. Yes, sometimes gap can be defined as this. Thank you, Mr. Navid. Sometimes you, because if you know these gaps, you can sometimes fill these gaps and go to the current gaps, and you should know what are the gaps between the, I told you already, sometimes the competitors and the, for example, you had a good example about opportunities. It can be also correct. Thank you so much, and for reminding me this. The situation analysis is the first step of the okay, thank you so much. And okay, could you explain, Mr. Navid, what is the very good with sequence? Okay, it means you mean about the situation analysis, or okay, you mean this slide? Yes. Okay, okay. Okay, very good, and I am happy you enjoyed this slide. Thank you so much. Okay. Already I told you about the SWOT analysis: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. I will remind all students at the moment again about this concept, and opportunities and threats are external factors, and also internal factors is strengths. Why we say strengths and weaknesses are internal and external are opportunities and threats from external factors. Anybody can tell me the answer? Yes, very good, Mr. Nurzai, thank you. Because strengths and weaknesses is directly related to the company. What is your strengths? What is your core competencies? What is your competitive advantages? And also, what is your weaknesses? In which area you are not good? You need evaluate this one. In which area you are very good, and in which area you are not good. You should know and recognize these parts, and you should know about this one. What is the strength and what is the weaknesses? For example, you have a very perfect experts and very, for example, good engineers in your company. It is your strength. You have a very good location. Your office is located in the very good street in your city, and very strategic place in your country. In the very, for example, in your target market, you have access to mines. For example, many things can be any invention, any patent, any license also can be a strength for a company. Okay. For example, you have some license, you have some patents, and also you have a copy. For example, in terms of copyright, you have something other competitors cannot copy without your allowance, and they are not allowed using something because already issued by your name. And It is your as your asset and your property. Sometimes owning the land, owning the equipment also is a strength. For example, you have many helpful equipment in your company. For example, in construction, you have a clinic, a hospital, very modern and new technology has facilities and equipment, very good physicians and very good doctors, perfect doctors, and it is the strength. What is the weaknesses? Okay, let's have a look at the comments by friends. Okay, Mr. Nurzai, also external related to outside, yes, internal related to the company, external related to outside, very good. And I mean market said, okay, Mr. Navid also said the company can be offered directly by internal factors of strength and weaknesses, but opportunities can't be handled by the company which are external. Thank you very much, very good definition, because it is important. We can have impact on the internal factors. We can improve yourself and we can improve ourselves. And for example, after knowing and identifying our weaknesses, we can improve ourselves, and also we can improve our strength. But about the opportunities and threats, we cannot do anything because they come from outside of the company. I will explain for you some examples also for opportunities and threats. Thank you so much. Very good definition by Mr. Navid and Mr. Nurzai. And having enough resources, tangible and intangible, can be a strength, and lack of them can be weaknesses. Very good. Having any, already I told you about the tangible and intangible. Some resources and some capabilities is can be seen by your eye, and physically you can see. For example, you have a very good plant and very good, for example, lorry in your company and very good office, and you have access to a mine in your country. These can be seen, but sometimes, for example, expertise of your engineers, it is intangible. You cannot see, for example, a talent and skills by your eye, but but it is intangible. Experience of a company, a patent of a company, very smart people in the company. You can see many people in every company, but in some company, because they recruit the very professional, for example, engineers or experts, it is an intangible asset for the company. Their mind and their experience and their talents and skills. Talents and skills are intangible assets and strengths. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Navid and Mr. Nurzai, about the. Okay, we will go to opportunity and also threats at the moment. About the opportunity, we have to have very strong market study. Yes, we should know about all news and all regulations, rules, about if we want to have a good evaluation and identify the opportunity. And about the opportunity, we have to have very okay. And for threats as well, very good. And opportunities like better market and rich society that brings more customers, which will benefit the company. Said, thank you, Mr. Navid. Also, this one very good definition. And Miss Oria also says about the weaknesses of the professional and facility mismanagement, corruption. Very good. This one, the two examples. Okay, the weaknesses mean lack of professional and facility and equipment. Yes, sometimes it is easy for us say having something, as your friend already told, Mr. Navid, Mr. Nurzai, and Miss Oria, and the lack of something is our weaknesses. For example, lack of professional and facility And also something like mismanagement. Very good. If you don't have a good manager in the, for example, financial manager, marketing manager, and overall there is a mismanagement in your company, it is your weaknesses, because mismanagement and corruption, very, very bad things for a company and for a society and for a government, and in each level, these two is very important. Very important. Corruption and mismanagement. Anybody can, okay, in this case, sometimes we have many challenging issues about the mismanagement and corruption. And for example, when assessing some governments, we can tell in which government corruption and which government mismanagement is more destroying the society. Sometimes some people believe mismanagement is worse than corruption, because mismanagement will destroy all budget, but corruption sometimes a part of budget. But some people also believe the corruption, when the level of corruption is high, they're worse than mismanagement. Both can be a weaknesses of a company, corporate, government, and society, and in every government and every organization. Security can be threat, lack of security. Thank you, Mr. Qiyasi, Hamid. Maybe you mean lack of security can be threats in a, for example, for a company. And thank you so much. And Mr. Navid, economic crisis like nowadays in Europe and US can be a threat, yes, to your company. Likewise, sanctions against a country like Iran, very good. Thank you so much. Okay. Already friends explained very good about the opportunities and threats. Maybe no need to go to this area, because yes, Mr. We can minimize corruption but can't eliminate. Yes, it is very good, but sometimes we cannot eliminate our weaknesses completely, but we can improve. And because completely erasing the corruption is very, very difficult, but we can do something about this one and correct something. Okay, thank you so much. Opportunities, for example, the new rules and new regulations by government. For example, we have some tariff in a government. You want to import car to your country. Sometimes government has a good rules and set new rules for the import, and for example decrease the tariff for importing the cars. If you have a company and you import cars from other countries, it is an opportunity for you. But there is a very important thing about opportunities and threats. It is that sometimes for example, decision by government is an opportunity for a company, and same time that decision is threat for another company. It is very important thing. I think all of you got what I mean. Sometimes a new rules, a regulations, a new decision by a government, or for example a sanction for a country, sometimes will provide an opportunity for some country, but the same time threats for other companies. Okay, sometimes maybe a news is a good news for your company and is a bad news for your competitor. Okay, did you get what I mean, friends? It is very important thing you should know. Opportunities all the time are not opportunities for all companies. For some companies are opportunities, for other companies are threats. I had an example for you about the import tariffs. For example, quota. Some governments define a quota for example, importing or exporting something in the country, import or export. Some company enjoy, some company don't enjoy, and some company this decision makes trouble for some companies and may bring some opportunity for other companies. It is very important. It is a very good if the one thing is opportunity for you and threat for your competitor. In this case, you will be happy because if any, for example, news is bad for your competitor and good for your company. For example, in the when sanction, when for example, because of sanction in Iran, some companies cannot import some food, for example, products and food stuff. In this case, the local producers and local companies can enjoy because their product will be they sell more their products. They will sell more their products. It means a sanction for some local companies sometimes is good news, but it doesn't mean that all people like this one. But in fact, some companies, because of even sanction in the Iran, enjoy the new situation and new status because of the lack of the foreign competitors in the market. Okay, did you get what I mean? I think that I explained a lot about this one. Thank you so much for the supporting examples by friends. Very good examples. Okay. Mr. Navid says, I would disagree. Corruption can be eliminated. There are ways, but if the leadership is not corrupt as well, sorry, what do you mean as well? Tell if the water is dirty from the above, it may make all the down. Yes, already we told also. We didn't say we can eliminate corruption completely, Mr. Navid. I don't know what you mean, but it is very good when the from the main source water from main source is dirty. Will be dirty and in the all ways, and in this case, yes, Mr. Murzai, also we told you it cannot be completely eliminated. It cannot be eliminated completely. Okay. Okay, Misoria believes the opportunities, different resources, brand threats, and security and competitor. Sometimes it is very good also. Thank you so much. And okay, thank you so much. About the corruption and mismanagement, we will in this session, in the last minutes, we will talk together. Okay, no problem. We will discuss about this one. Okay, Mr. Navid believes we can eliminate, but Mr. Nurzai doesn't believe, and also I don't believe in many cases we cannot erase and eliminate corruption completely. It's not impossible. Yes, it is possible, but very, very, very difficult. But in today's world. No problem, we will discuss about this one. It depends on the size, and for example, in a big corporate may be very difficult, but in the some small businesses it is possible. It depends on the size and the scale. Okay. When, for example, in your market, a new competitor will come with new technology. Your competitor with using the new technology will come to your market. It is a very bad threat for you when your competitor is has the cutting edge technology and the new modern technology, and with some new inventions and some new features in its product and new facilities, it will be a threat for you. New competitors and new powerful competitor will be a very serious threat for you. Okay, and some other threats like sanction, for example, the depreciation of the currency, exchange rate difference sometimes is a very and for example, in Iran, some importers after sanction got many problems. 1 year ago and 1.5 years ago, $1, US dollar was around 10,000 riyals. Do you know riyals in the currency of Iran? At the moment, US dollar is 20,000 riyals in Iran. Do you know? It is twice during a year. It means very, very bad news for some importers, because if they want to, the importers in Iran, some import companies, they want to buy from foreign countries, and the exchange rate changed dramatically. 10,000 riyals a dollar at the moment is 20,000 riyals a dollar. It means a very bad threat for import companies. But a company that exports its products to other countries, maybe this new exchange rate will be good. Do you get what I mean? Exchange rate and the currency fluctuations. Okay, fluctuations in the currency sometimes is a threat for some companies and opportunity for other companies. Okay, let's have a look at the friends' comments. Very good comments by friends. Thank you so much. Very good examples and supporting materials. And the threats are security, misoria, and competitors. Yes, sometimes lack of security and also competitors are the very important and serious. Thank you so much. And the people, Mr. Navid says, depends on the people. We can eliminate the corruption or not. Okay, thank you. And the inflation rates also, thank you, Mr. Navid. Inflation will be another threat for a company. Can be threat. Sometimes inflation causes, for example, you sell luxury products. In a company in the Iran at the moment, if the company sells luxury products, because of the sanction and the bad economic situation, maybe the sales will be lower than the past years. Because when in the bad economic situation, people don't buy luxury products. Maybe, for example, in this case, it can be okay. And the threat for importers, but opportunity for exporters in the case of high inflation of currency Iran. Okay, already I told okay, very good new explanation by Mr. Navid about this subject. I remind you again, opportunity is not all the time opportunity. Maybe an opportunity is a threat for another company, and an opportunity is good for you and bad for other companies. We say, for example, incident or accident or any occurrence sometimes is an opportunity for you and a threat for your competitor, and vice versa. Okay, thank you so much, friends, for your comments about this one. And there is the very good thing about the I can because this one the marketing plan. Sometimes you can classify your products, and in terms of market attractiveness and also competitive advantage, you can classify some products and your portfolio. Based on the all thing in situation analysis and SWOT analysis, you can define something about market attractiveness and competitive advantage. What is your competitive advantage in every product, and also what is the market attractiveness? Which market is more attractive for you? You should define these two and versus, and you should consider both together. I want to start a new thing, because in this case, in these steps, situation analysis and SWOT were very important, and also these steps are very important. For example, we have something about strategy and key performance issues. I want to be somehow faster in this part, because also I want to start the consumer behavior, and in this case, because we will come back again to these concepts, because in the last session we want to have a briefing and also concluding all concepts. Because of this one, in this case, I will be faster, because we don't have enough time to cover all subjects and all concepts. Strategy and key performance issues will be positioning strategy, value proposition, channel strategy, and performance objectives. We should think again about price, promotion, place, and product. In the marketing mix, they are marketing mix elements. And what is positioning strategy? Already you know, positioning is the one part of the STP, segmentation, targeting, and positioning. It is important how you can do positioning. Already about the brand positioning, I sent to all 2 short movie, very nice movies about positioning, and which value you have as a value proposition to customers, and what your channel, and your channel is very important. And also okay, and let's have a look at the Mr. Nurzai believes the competitor advantage is an advantage that a firm has. Oh, yes. Already I didn't explain about the competitive advantage and core competency for you. So, please answer me, because I think I told already about these 2 concepts, but I will explain for you. Don't worry about this one. Competitive advantage sometimes is something, it's a capability and a resource for your company that other competitors cannot copy and cannot use this particular competency, and they cannot copy and they cannot use easily. For example, you have a very perfect assembly line in your factory, and with the cutting edge technology, in the latest technology, your competitors cannot copy this one. It is a competitive advantage. In your company, you have a man like Steve Jobs. Then you have a person like Steve Jobs in your company. It is a very important competitive advantage for your company. It is a general definition for competitive advantage, and sometimes your product also and the quality of your product and quality of your portfolio. Every product can be they can have their competitive advantage. And for example, okay, no need to explain more about this one. Maybe okay, already. What about the marketing budget? Top-down, customer mix, bottom-up, sales forecast, and monthly budget. 5 ways to build a marketing budget. Sometimes you sell, for example, in the you can see in the results of your marketing plan and get from market how much money you need for this one. You can determine the budget with some ways. It can be discussed in this something. I think in the other subjects you can see this kind of forecast. For example, sale. Sometimes you can determine the budget and based on your prediction of the sales and sales forecast monthly. You can sometimes define the monthly budget and bottom up, top down, and customer mix. It means that some ways it's not related to this subject at the moment, but it is just reminding you about the marketing budget is very important. How you can find your budget and your prediction of budget is good and effective for allocation money and financial resources to your project. Okay. In this case, okay, Mr. Nuzay said we have just, oh, you mean just 6 minutes left to Azan? And okay, because I thought maybe the Azan will be later in Afghanistan. You mean just 6 minutes to Azan, Mr.? Okay. Okay, please let me have something more about this one and performance timeline. Sometimes we have what about the share position, then the stock and share sales revenue, profit performance, customer awareness, customer satisfaction, product availability, perceptions of product and service quality, net marketing contribution. There are many metrics and many issues can be evaluated in performance timeline. And already I told you about something, and you can define something as your metrics and your metrics and your index to evaluate your performance. When you want to evaluate performance, you need some metrics and some index and some criteria for evaluating your performance. And let me be fast about this one. And what is performance evaluation? Evaluation, why it is important and why if the plan is not meeting performance objectives, it is okay. Please let me have a look at, okay. I want to remind you something. First, I want to ask you, what is this? This picture, anything reminds you, parents, related to Afghanistan? Okay, no comment, no remark. Okay, anybody can say? Kashmira process material, very good, Mr. Qiyasi. And okay, Mr. Navid says like stock keeping in Badakhshan. I didn't get what you mean. Please explain. Okay, what does it mean? Okay, I think Mr. Qiyasi guess correct. Kashmira, yes, Kashmira is a very important product and local product by Afghanistan. Yes, in This photo is related, Mr. Qiyasi, to previous one. Okay, woman handcraft, and then we can say goat or the sheep in the this is a handcraft. What is this? And also this one, we name this one. It's from the goat's wool and goat. Okay, Badakhshan people. Okay, thank you. And there was a good report by this one. I told this one by USAID about this one. Oh, you can see this one. Sorry. This one, it means Kashmira. Yes, it's another spelling for this one. Yes, it's like the that one you already wrote, Mr. Thank you, Miss Oria. Thank you, Mr. Navid. Thank you, Mr. Qiyasi. Yes, say. Thank you so much. This is a very important thing, and the value chain I want to explain for you next week about the value chain and 5 forces of Michael Porter and generic strategies by Michael Porter. There are three important things next week we will discuss about the value chain, supply chain management, and also 5 forces affected in the competition atmosphere, and also this is a real wool product. Yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. Aman, Mr. Aman Nawawi, and also this one. It is correct. Yes, it is the Kashmir is the fine down like undercoat of the Kashmir goat, and estimated 90 to 95% of Afghan goats are Kashmir producing. Kashmira, yes, Kashmira. It is a maybe Western word about this one, and also in Iran, in my country, we have something like this in some states, and in Afghanistan, I think it's a very important product. Yes. Okay. This one also about something in Afghanistan about saffron. I think the value chain about saffron producer associations and also NGOs and something about this one. I will explain you about this one later because you are approaching to Azan. Okay, this one already I told you about the Muston matrix, and I want to show you about the consumer behavior. Very fast I will. Sometimes in the Cutler book textbook we have something about the chapter 6. I will send you chapter 4 to 8 until tomorrow. Chapter 4 to 8 from the Cutler books, and it can cover many concepts in these 5 or 6 weeks we were together. And how do consumer characteristics influence buying behavior? What major psychological processes influence consumer responses to the marketing program? And how do consumers make purchasing decisions? In what way do consumers stay from a deliberate, rational decision process? It is a good picture about showing the consumer behavior, and it is a sale bags, and there are 3 very important factors, and cultural factors, social factors, and personal factors. Some factors are related to culture, some factors are related to society, and something personal. For example, a person in a society, we have 2 kind of people, mean and generous. In a city or in a country, mean and generous, to be mean or generous is related to personal. But for example, in Afghanistan and Iran, many people and majority of people like halal food. Likes halal food is social or cultural? Which one? Then Okay, Mr. Navid, please. Okay. Don't worry about it. Sorry, because Mr. Navid asked me many times about syllabus, and Academy told me the syllabus is available on the LMS. Sorry, because I should check again. Don't worry, I will. Okay, next week I will have a review, very short review in 5 minutes. How many titles already we covered, and what we will have in the future. And okay, don't worry about this one, Mr. Navid and others. Sorry, Mr. Navid. Okay, please let me continue the concept. So sorry, I will tell you. At the moment, all of you can stay here because I don't know what is at the moment about Azan and the namaz and okay, okay. If you want to access to me, it is my already I told. Okay, no problem. It is my email, and already I sent email to all of students many times, sending something. Okay, this one is my email. It is my ID in Skype. It is Skype. And also this one is Google Talk. And also this one is my Facebook. You can access me in many ways, and okay, I will be at your service. Totally at the moment in my university in Malaysia and academy, totally I have more than 200 students. Sometimes if I don't reply very fast to you, I should apologize for some students. So sorry, because at the moment I will facing more than 200 students totally in some institutions and also a university in Malaysia. So sorry for any inconvenience. Friends, I will do my best to reply as soon as possible. Sometimes I cannot manage all emails and reply to all. So sorry, and I should also apologize for very short answers sometimes because I would like to answer and reply all emails, and I like all students, and I enjoy keeping touch with you all. I enjoy receiving emails, honestly, but sometimes if I don't reply, please forgive me, and I will do my best. Please, thank you so much. And at the moment, could you say to me how may, okay, we can continue, and what is the time for Azan in Afghanistan? Okay, I'm waiting for your answer, friends. Okay, 7. It means at the moment we have time yet. Yes, at the moment I think we have time. Okay, okay, good news. We have time. Okay, we have some important factors: cultural factors, social factors, and personal factors. Let's have a review for this one. Culture, many of you know the definition of culture in many references, and it's the fundamental determinant of a person's wants and behaviors acquired through socialization processes with family and other key institutions. Culture is shaped by your family and your society and key institutions. For example, a school, your workplace, and also from your society in the big scale. You sometimes you follow your family's culture, sometimes you don't follow, but as usual you get something from your environment and your, for example, where do you live, where do you grow, and for example, in which age you are, in which country, in which area, and which atmosphere. All of this one is shaping the culture, and there is and what about the subculture? We have a culture and subculture. For example, nationality is very important determinant of the culture. To be Iranian or to be Afghani, and also what is the religion. In the multicultural and multi-religion countries, religion is determinant of the, for example, country. For example, Muslim people with Jewish people, different behavior in consuming and buying something and purchasing. Racial groups. What is the race? Race also can impact and have a subculture. And also geographic regions. Geographic regions. Some, for example, in mountains and sometimes, for example, in deserts, people, because of their geographical specifications, sometimes show different behavior because of this reason. And subculture, important subcultures in nationality, religion, racial groups, and geographic regions. At the moment, for example, in Afghanistan and Iran, majority of people are Muslim and same religion. But you cannot say because of this one, we no need to think about the subcultures. But you know, you want to go to a global business. You must go to global and international marketing. In today's world, you cannot just stay in your country and enjoy limited profit or something. Better go to global marketing, international marketing, and because of this one, if you want to be international and global, and if you want to think globally, you should know about all cultures, subcultures, and religions and geographic regions in all continents, excuse me, and all countries. It is very important knowing about the subculture. And for example, we have some thing about the American culture. The average American, facts about the American culture, choose chewing gum 300 sticks a year. Every American goes to the movies 9 times a year. Takes 4 trips per year, average American, and attends a sporting event 7 times each year. Anybody can say about this kind of, for example, trips per year or sporting events or movies in Afghanistan? Anybody can? Any statistics about Afghanistan? Please help me, friends. Friends, please help me. No comments, no aid. You please tell me any facts about the Afghani culture. I want to know. At the moment, we have from Cutler books about the American culture and some facts. For example, every Okay. Okay, Mr. Ahmad believes there is, okay, in my country also there isn't any research about this one. I don't know, for example, how many times. Okay, very good. Thank you, Mr. Nabi. The first one says in Afghanistan nowadays people use Facebook 18 hours in 24 hours, if not exaggerating for the youngs who have access to internet. Mr. Nurzai agreed. It is good. It is good example. At the moment, your company, for example, believes that many young people spend their time in Facebook many hours and the majority of their time. If you want to go to advertising by social network, you can make a good strategy using the Facebook facility and go to Facebook and, for example, if you know this one, you know the consumer behavior and about the habits, about the facts, some facts about this one. Miss Oria says once a year was Kashi race in Mazar. Sorry, I didn't get the boss Kashi, you mean, yes? Okay, very good, very nice. Also in Iran, in Khorasan state near to Afghanistan, in some regions we have boss Kashi. It is a competition and very, very exciting competition. Very good. Very good. Very good example. Anybody can, for example, make a strategy for when people attend this competition and for watching and seeing, and many people come from all regions and gather in the some place and for watching this event and this competition. It is a very good opportunity for some businesses. And also visit Mazar city at least once a year because of like, okay, Gole Sorkh, Mileye Gole Sorkh. Very good. It is a very good example. I think this example is very nice and better than, for example, choose the 300 sticks of the gum a year. Very good examples by a student. Thank you so much. Very nice. And the summer 10% of Afghan people went to picnic. Very good. 10% of Afghan go to picnic. And thank you so much, Miss Oria, about the Boskeshi. And thank you so much. Very nice example. And Muhammad Aziz also very good. Thank you so much. And Mr. Navi to about the Mileye Gul Sorkh, and also Mr. Nur Muhammad. Thank you so much, friends. Very good. Excuse me, in this class where everything is good and it's very good students, Miss Oria says, prepare 7 fruits haft mive. Okay, okay. Haft mive and 7 fruits at New Year. It is like something like Haftin, yes, because Nowruz in Afghanistan is like Iran. You know Haftin also, yes. We have also Haftin. I think Afghanistan Nowruz somehow like Iran, and Haftmive is related to Haftin, yes. Haftmive, maybe the concept like Haftin in Iran. Very good. Thank you so much about some habits and some customs and okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So let's have. I have a question. Why in this class students don't ask the microphone and don't tell something? I will. I all the time I'm waiting for you to say something, because in this way, class will be more interesting, using and hearing voices, students.
But unfortunately, we are in a very crowded place now, in a net cafe away from home. It's difficult to speak. Maybe next week try to run in and talk more in the class. Thank you very much. I wish you a good Ramadan and Iftar. Allah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Navid, to explain about this. Yeah, yes, sometimes, for example, in workplace or in the cabinet and outside, you have access to internet, and you are okay. It is, I think, main reason. Thank you so much, Mr. Navid and Mr. Musa. I think thank you so much, because it is your kindness, and I like hearing your voice and your comments by using microphone. Also, thank you so much, friends. Okay, good. Participation is important, also by chat, or, for example, writing something or saying something. I enjoy your class, really, honestly. I enjoy very good comments and very smart students, and with good experiences, and also knowledge, and really I enjoy this class. Thank you so much, friends. Okay, this one, sometimes in social factors we can have some levels. For example, it is just example, upper, lower, upper, and it means we can the classification of the society to some classes. In many countries there are many classes, and it affects the behavior. For example, a customer or consumer is belong to which class, it can have impact on this. And the very important social factor in society is reference groups. Some groups, many people follow some special or particular groups. For example, some people follow the green groups about environment. Some people follow the family and relatives. Some people follow their organization. And what the organization? Any person and any individual in any society, as usual, follows a group and a reference group. Some people just focus on their religion. Some people focus on their, for example, religious leaders, I mean. For example, in my country, or for example, Afghanistan, some religious leaders, they have some followers, and people based on their leader. We have some mentors and mentees, okay? Mentors and mentees. Sometimes we have leaders and followers, and also some people just rely on their families and relatives, and some people like follow their friends. We should identify this point, and in each status, or for example, what is our status, and what is this our social role, what is our role, where we are in society, is important to and affect our behavior, has impact on, for example, social roles of people and status, and their status impact on their behavior. And reference group, there are some, for example, groups, membership groups. There are some groups you can have a member. For example, at the moment, many shopping centers, many brands accept some members, and some, for example, political, some social groups and political, some parties in some countries and they accept some members, and there are, for example, primary groups, secondary groups. I don't want to be explaining about the details of these groups, but you should, when you want to do research in your market, you should be careful about there are which kind of groups in your target market and how they are, how active they are, and family distinctions affecting buying decisions. Okay, the family distinctions affecting buying decisions. The family is very important, very important reference group in each society. And some personal factors: what is, how old are you, in which life cycle stage you are at the moment, any, for example, young people, elderly people, and new kids, and also what about the occupation, how much you have wealth, occupation, personality, which kind of, for example, personality adjectives you have, and values, what is your values, what is your lifestyle, and self-concept, how self-concept, how you can rely on yourself, for example, and something related to personality. And there are some examples here you can see about this one and this property. And for example, married people are different from single people, and before marriage, after marriage, behaviors are different. And this is a photo related to this concept. And also occupation and economic scheme. For example, these people, this photo shows maybe the rich people, they have time and they have money to using some facilities, and for example, they are worried about the fitness. Sometimes some people don't have enough time and enough money to doing something. You should recognize in your society this group of people and customers, their occupation and economic and personality, very important. How happy are people, how are serious are people, and when, for example, choosing a hotel, the personality. For example, some people are very sensitive to hygiene, for example, as usual, women, and when they want to choose a hotel or the place for accommodation, they are very sensitive to the hygiene affairs. And also some people are very generous, very mean. Some people are very pessimistic, optimistic, and there are many sociable, serious, and all personality, all okay. I can about the brand personality, each personality related to brand, and it is important, the personality of brand. We have a concept about how brand can, it is the relationship between brand personality and customer personality. For example, if a brand competence, a personality of brand is competence, young people like this one, and excitement, and it depends which kind of personality for brand, and related to that, some people choose and behavior based on this kind of personality. There are many tools for I think next week I will explain you about the Freud's theory, Maslow's and Herzberg's two-factor theory. This is just, I want to show you this one. It is a very good, very helpful model of consumer behavior. I will show you this one, and there are some marketing stimuli. Which kind of the specifications of the marketing can attract customers? Products and services. Which kind of products and services you have? How you? What is your price? What is your distribution way to customers? If these are related to marketing mix. You remember product, price, distribution related to a place, and communication related to promotion. And there are other stimuli and other important factors: economic, technological, political, and cultural factors in this model. Okay, there are okay. Okay, Mr. Navid. Okay, you can leave class, no problem. I'm going to finish the class at the moment. No problem. Very nice to meet you in this session, and thank you so much for your comments. And hope to see you soon again in the virtual world and real world. Thank you so much. I will finish very fast because we are approaching the Azan and in Afghanistan. No problem. I can just thank you so much. We have consumer psychology. What is the motivation, perception, learning, and memory? There are some things motivate to consumer, and what is the consumer perception about our product, and what is their learning already, something the consumers learned already, and what at the moment, what about the memory, and also these three already I explained for you: cultural characteristics, social, and personal. All of these, for example, this one, first impact of this consumer psychology and characteristics, and after that we will go to, in this case, buying decision process. Okay, also Mr. Nurzai and Mr. Navid, have a nice supper, thank you. In this case, buying decision process, it means problem recognition, information search, evaluation. It means the consumer first should recognize a problem in his or her life. After that, gathering information about and find some alternative, and purchase decision and post-purchase behavior. It is two important things about the purchase, and after purchase, which behavior and which kind of behavior customer will have, and also in the purchase decision, first they choose the product choice, brand choice. For example, you decide buying a smartphone. After that, go which brand of a smartphone and which dealer you choose. For example, in the representative or Apple or other shops you go, and how many smartphone and which kind of the purchase amount. Sometimes amount related to some food stuff or something. The many, but for example, for a smartphone, as usual, maybe you will buy one. And purchase timing, how you can arrange your time to purchase, and it is payment method. You pay cash or using the credit card or something like that, and it is a purchase decision. In this case, purchase decision can be divided to this one. Okay, because we are approaching Azan, and I think more than near to 2 hours we take the class. I don't want to disturb you and making trouble for you. Please bless me, and God bless all you, and have a nice supper with your family and with your friends and relatives. Very, very nice to meet you in this virtual place. I will do my best in the better lectures, better sessions, and with new materials and concepts. This week I didn't have time to showing some videos to you, so sorry. because the time was limited. The next week we will use some media and multimedia for the better lecture and more interesting and something, for example, using entertainment to this class and session. Thank you very much to all, and I will be at your service. Any question or any comment? Have a nice time with your family, with health, wealth, and security.